My name is Andy, and this is the most magical podcast on earth. When I'm not on holiday at Walt Disney World, I'm planning a holiday to Disney. And when I'm not planning a holiday to Disney, I'm talking about Disney with other UK fans like me who make the trip to Orlando and the House of the Mouse. So if you too are daft for Donald, then this is the podcast for you. Or maybe you're the Disney novice, the fan who's currently thinking about or maybe planning your first ever trip to Walt Disney World and you don't know Peter Pan from a chip pan. Well, then this really is the podcast for you. Every week, I'll be chatting to other Disney superfans from all around the UK to share their memories of their magical times. And this week's guest, Jasmine, has got some great advice on saving money on your park ticket.
And you can get all of your holiday tickets for like all the Halloween stuff and the Christmas stuff and all of that on there as well. So you literally just do it in one big swoop and you're done. I'm
also going to be answering your Walt Disney World questions, getting all the latest news from the parks. And if you're about to head over to Orlando, then we'll get you all the information you need to know to make your trip the most magical one ever. Make sure you keep in touch with us. We're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Look out for @PodMagical. This is the most magical podcast on earth as part of the Secret Recordings Network. Thank you very much for your questions and your comments from last week's podcast. Hattie was a guest on the podcast last week, was talking about the town of Celebration. This is this actual town that was designed and built by Disney themselves. They don't run it anymore or own it. But it's still there to go and have a look at. It's like a picture perfect town, village, like something from Desperate Housewives. Did have a message from Chewbacca on Instagram. Not that one, because it didn't go. Chewbacca says, just listen to this week's podcast, heard your guest mention Celebration. Just to give it another take, it looks lovely, but it all seems a bit too perfect. Like a horror movie. You can always hear birds tweet, but I never saw one bird the whole time. Thank you for your message. Got any comments about the podcast, by the way? You can just send them over. Same place to go if you've got any questions. That is @PodMagical, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Jamie wants to know about the Magical Express. Andy, I heard that on the Magical Express, you check in your luggage at the airport and you don't see it again until you get to your hotel room in America. Is this correct? No, it's not. This is because when you arrive in America, you still have to get all your luggage to go through customs. If you're flying internally in America, so this could happen for you if you've got an internal flight, if you're going somewhere else first. If you're flying internally, they will give you luggage straps. So when you check in your luggage at the airport, wherever that is, check it in and then the Magical Express will pick it up and then they'll drop it off in your Disney hotel room if you're using the Magical Express. But because we're flying from the UK, we're flying through borders, we still have to take all our luggage through customs. So unfortunately, we can't do that. I think there is a thing where you can drop it off and then they'll then take it to your hotel room, but it's just easy if you've got it with you, just put it on the Magical Express bus and take it with you up to your room, get it in there, just get it done. Hello as well to Venny, who wants to know about Swan and Dolphin. I've been looking at hotel prices, Andy, looking at the Swan and Dolphin, but I have been told that we got to pay a resort fee of about $30 a night. Is this true of all Walt Disney World hotels? No, it's not. Swan and Dolphin, although it's kind of part of Disney, if you were listening to a guest a few weeks ago who stayed at Swan and Dolphin, it's right on the boardwalk, so it's right between Epcot and Hollywood Studios, so you can walk it between the two, but it's not quite a Walt Disney World run hotel, so it has got certain things and it's not got other things, and it does charge a resort fee, whereas the rest of the Walt Disney World hotels at the moment, touch wood, don't. Don't forget, any questions, send them over. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we are @PodMagical. Same place to go if you would like to be a podcast guest. Just like Jasmine, who's this week's guest. Tell me, Jasmine, what it is that you love about Walt Disney World.
Absolutely everything about it. Favourite thing is Dole Whip. There's so many flavours. So I had pineapple, I had strawberry Fanta, which was 10 out of 10, and it came with a little chocolate pirate hat, which was great, and lime flavour, so that was glorious. The fact that there's photographers everywhere, just capturing all your little special moments, I just think that's adorable, because whenever I go, I tend to be like in a couple or something like that, so it's nice to kind of have people just documenting what you're doing throughout the day.
Yeah, with PhotoPass, because there's a lot of people that come back from holiday and they go, did you not take Dad with you? Yeah, but he's behind the camera the whole time, but with PhotoPass... Obviously, you've got somebody that's like having your own private photographers just all around the park, isn't it?
Exactly. It's brilliant. It's like my favourite thing ever because you can just get all your cute little photos. And if you're like in a couple, like I usually am, they always get you to do sweet little romantic things. And although you're really embarrassed at the time, you look back and you're like, oh, actually, that was really lovely.
Do you know what? If you don't like them, you don't need to put them on social or anything like that.
Exactly.
You just keep them for yourself.
Exactly.
So you're one of these people that goes around the parks, like every photo opportunity, every character, you went, right, there's a photographer there, let's get this one.
Pretty much as my boyfriend absolutely hates me for it, I'm like, we'll just wait 5 minutes, it's fine, we'll get it done. And then we're 5 minutes later, we've taken the photo and we are gone.
It's better than him having to take all the photographs for you if you're doing all your different poses.
Exactly, I'd look so lonely.
So Photo Pass, definitely worth it. Memory maker that you get. Although we get it free mostly in this country, don't we?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
With a UK ticket.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So when was the first time you went?
So first time I went was in 2016. So I didn't have the luxury of going when I was little, so I thought, right, I'm going to make the most of it. Now I'm a grown up, and I'm going to go. So I went with my boyfriend, and we booked it on New Year's Eve in preparation for like having something to look forward to in the new year. We actually told our best friends that we were going, and like a couple of months later they were like, oh, we accidentally booked it at the same time, which was brilliant because they'd been before, so it was like having our own little personal tour guides when we were around. And we went at that nice little sweet spot between Halloween and Christmas, so you get the little turnaround, so you get to see all the Halloween stuff.
Both of the parties as well.
Yeah, so you get the best of both worlds, which is great. And I didn't realise that at the time when we booked it, so we were planning just to go for Halloween, and then we found out it was Christmas, and we were like, oh my God, it's Christmas, and it was all decorated differently, and it was just amazing.
Out of the two of them, between Christmas and Halloween, which one was your favourite?
I have good and bad, not bad bits, but good bits about both, which I liked. Like I loved the Halloween parade and all the Halloween little shows and stuff that they did, but I fell in love with the castle at Christmas. It's just so beautiful.
It twinkles, doesn't it?
Oh, it's so lovely. Oh, it's so nice.
So you had that advantage of going with people who had been before. So did you just follow their lead and go, right, okay, you do the fast passes, you do the reservations, and we'll just do what you want to do? Or did you already have an idea of what you wanted to do and how to conquer Walt Disney World as a first-timer?
It was a bit of both. So my friends that came with us, they only came for the first week. So it meant that we got like them showing us around, and they booked everything for me. And then for the second week, I was like, so how do I do this? And they talked me through it, and then I managed to book everything and plan our second week.
And then you got to shake them off then, do your own thing.
Yeah, exactly. See you later.
So how many times have you been now then?
So I've been twice. So I went in 2015, and then I went in September just gone.
And have you got another one planned soon, or are you hanging on for a bit?
I'm going to hang on until they do all the fun stuff to Epcot, I think.
Yeah, so the Guardians of the Galaxy and Mary Poppins and everything that's coming to Epcot.
Yeah, because I think that sounds incredible, and I'd love to see all of that. So I think I'm going to hold on.
A lot of things planned for Epcot. So, favourite memory is the one thing that always stands out, your favourite thing that's happened or that you've done at Walt Disney World?
Oh, I have a few. I think, as I already mentioned, the Christmas castle, and there was like a little mini Frozen themed show before they kind of lit it up and made it look insane. That was like a favourite memory because I just wasn't expecting it. I like turned around and was like, oh my God, what is going on? And we were like right at the front of the castle as well. So it was just like there was no one in front of me. I was like, this is so magical. That was a great memory. My other favourite memory is meeting the characters for the first time. I think my first characters were Russell and Doug from Up.
Oh, Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, and it was just, I just loved them so much. It's one of my favourite Disney films. So I was like, oh my God, I can meet them. There's no queue. And like ran straight there. It was brilliant.
Good hugs from Doug as well.
Such good hugs.
So did you stay on property a couple of times that you've been, or did you stay off-site?
I stayed off-site, but that was only because we wanted a kind of a halfway place between Universal and Disney. So whenever we've stayed, so the two times we've been, we've always stayed on International Drive. Yeah. Mainly because it's just, it's that halfway point in between. There's really good restaurants and like activities all around. So in the evening, if you don't fancy doing anything like Disney themed or Universal themed or whatever, you can just kind of go and play mini golf or go out for a really nice meal or something like that. And also Ubers and lifts are so cheap to get to each park from International Drive. It's cheaper than the parking.
It's cheaper than what, $25, $30 a day, isn't it, to park?
So expensive. And I think from International Drive, I think it cost us like between $7 and $12 to get to Disney each day.
Yeah, and then sometimes some of the hotels on International Drive have that free shuttle bus or a cheap shuttle bus that only goes like once or twice a day.
Yeah, they had them as well, which I thought was really good. So then you don't have to kind of like worry about all of your transport needs, which is brilliant.
Yeah, it can really keep costs down as well, staying at International Drive, because when I've stayed there, I've always walked to Universal. I've always been up kind of like...
You walked?
Yeah!
Oh my God, I wouldn't have even...
It's only like a 10 feet. I don't mean like if you're staying at a hotel down the bottom of International Drive near SeaWorld, That's a bit of a walk to Universal. Or you can get the little iDrive trolley bus that goes up and down.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're staying towards Universal, 10-15 minute walk, that's fine. Back to the parks then. Have you got a favourite attraction?
So favourite attractions, I've got 3. One of them I think is really underrated, and I'm like, it's one of the greatest rides ever. But Toy Story Mania, I think it's the best.
Do you get very competitive? This is at Hollywood Studios where you've got to put the 3D glasses on. It's like a little shooting game that goes around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you competitive?
I'm so competitive. It's like a fairground ride, and I have like secret tactics when I play. So I always notice where the high numbers are, and they're always down the bottom. So whoever I'm playing against are just like looking everywhere, and I'm like, haha, get you.
You know where the big ones are.
I know where they are, and I go for it, and then I come out like a million points in front every time, and I'm like, this is the best.
I know people who've had injuries after doing that ride, because they've been so competitive pulling that strings so ferociously. They really want to win. When I say people, me.
Is it you? It's you.
It's me, obviously. So when you went last time, what kind of ticket did you get if you were staying off-site? Did you get the 14 days for 7 ticket with Memory Maker and everything?
Yeah, so we got the multi-pass one for all of the Disney parks and all of the Universal parks, and it came with like a Memory Maker, and it came with a really adorable pack with it. So it was like a surprise pack, and it came with like a little planner and balloons and things like that, and a little banner that said, "We're going to Walt Disneyland." I think it's kind of was aimed more at kids, but I appreciated it.
So where did you book that through?
So I booked it through a website called Florida Tix, which is where I've booked it for both times, and it's like a sister site of a website called Attraction Tix, which is where you can book the Disneyland Paris ones as well.
Right.
They're a little bit cheaper on there, not by much, but maybe by about $50, and you get really good like packages with them as well. So you get like discount cards to restaurants, discount cards to the outlet malls and stuff like that. So you can save like a lot of money by using them.
And it's quite nice buying all your tickets at once, because then you know where you are then, don't you? You kind of know what you're spending.
Exactly. And you can get all of your holiday tickets for like all the Halloween stuff and the Christmas stuff and all of that on there as well. So you literally just do it in one big swoop and you're done. And then they send it to you within like a couple of days. It's really good.
And in terms of booking the flight and the hotel, did you book those together? Did you book a package?
Yeah, I booked a package, so that way I didn't have to worry about getting to and from the airport by myself, because I wouldn't trust myself.
Yeah, so you booked the transfers and stuff like that. Did you eat in the parks? Did you eat at Walt Disney World?
Yes.
Obviously the Dole Whip.
Oh, the Dole Whip, which I reckon I definitely overdosed in. It was brilliant. It's my favourite. We did. So we went to Tony's, which is like the Tony's Town Square restaurant, which is like right in the beginning of the...
Before you go down as you walk in.
Yeah, that was incredible. We had mozzarella dippers, and they were the best things I've ever eaten in my entire life. I could have had a million of them. They were brilliant. And it's like Lady and the Tramp themed, and it's it's like... Oh, it's just amazing. So it's got a really romantic vibe in there, but it's a family restaurant as well. So they've managed to get that good sweet spot of both, which I didn't think was possible, but they did. And I've eaten at Beauty and the Beast twice, and it's a controversial opinion, but I didn't like it.
No? Did you go breakfast, lunch, or did you go for the more expensive dinner, sit down one at the end of the day? So
I've done both. So I had a sit down one at the end of the day. And the only reason I didn't like it was because they put us in the East Wing.
You see, you want to be in the ballroom.
Mm-hmm. Or the West Wing. I wanted to be in the West Wing. I was like, it's so great.
With the rose.
Oh, yeah, and all of like the thunder and lightning, and it's so good. I love it so much. But yeah, they put us in the East Wing, and there was nobody else there. It was just me and my partner and our friends, and we were like, are we meant to be here? This is really strange.
You lose a bit of the atmosphere then, don't you?
Yeah. So we lost all of that like exciting like buzz of the restaurant, which was such a shame. The food was brilliant, but the environment, just sitting there by ourselves, it just felt really awkward. So we didn't stay very long, if I'm completely honest. After our food, we kind of just left and was like, oh, this is so awkward. And then the second time we went at lunchtime. So we experienced the new kind of, what would you call it? Like kind of not self-service, but just the quick pay or whatever it is with
it's quick service at breakfast and lunch. So but they still bring the food to you.
Yes. Yes, they do. So we experienced that, and that was just so busy, and it was just a bit mental. We did get to go in the West Wing though, which was brilliant. But
because you can pick where you want. Then you just like literally you go and find a table, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. But then again, I guess I kind of thought from experiencing it the first time, where it was kind of like you have to book, and it was all a bit special. I'd felt like that kind of like lost the amazingness of it a little bit. I don't know if that was just me, but I was like, oh, this is just such.
It's a different vibe during the day. Did you try the grey stuff though, and was it delicious?
Oh my god, it was so. That's literally the only reason I went. I was like, I need the grey stuff.
I really want to try the grey stuff. It's a bit. How would you describe the grey stuff?
Delicious.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was like some not weird, but it was like some like strange ganache thing that was, but it was like mixed.
It's like
it's like a moussey ganache icing.
It's like in the middle of an Oreo, but like a lot of it in grey.
Oh yeah,
that'd be how you would describe it. That's how I would describe it when people ask.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would say that.
Do you know what I'd say? I'd say ask the dishes.
And the chocolate cake as well that came with it was really good as well.
Oh, yeah, because it comes on like a base, doesn't it? It's like a base and then you get the grey stuff on top of it. We'll chat some more in a moment, Jasmine, because I want to find out about your planning techniques now that you've learned from your friends. What do you do? Let's get the latest news, though, first. There's actually not a lot of big news to bring you from Walt Disney World at the moment since the sinking of the Jungle Cruise boat last week that you might have seen on social media. Also, you know, the new Disney Mulan film is going to be opening later this year. This is the live-action version of the Disney classic. From the 20th of March, you'll be able to see a special preview of that over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And over at Animal Kingdom Lodge, there has been a new birth, a new foal, little baby zebra that you can see scampering around. There's pictures of that and all the latest news as it happens. If anything more comes through, look for us, the most magical podcast on earth, on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We are at Podmagical. Jasmine is this week's podcast guest. Let's talk about planning. Obviously, the first time you went with friends, when it was your first time. What is your planning strategy now, like the second time you went?
So I'm a spreadsheet girl through and through. I'll plan everything out, but I'll do it in like activities. So I'll do it I've got a day activity, a night activity, my lunch plans and my dinner plans. So I don't want to miss out on anything.
Good.
So I'll have, because in the morning we'll just have breakfast at the hotel or go out somewhere for breakfast. But I'll need to make sure that I've got everything in, because there's so much to do and so much to see. You want to make sure you can pack everything in.
So with you eating on International Drive, what time were you getting up to have breakfast and then get to the parks to be there? Are you getting there for a rope drop?
Yeah, pretty much. But it completely depended on what park. Like if we were going to Magic Kingdom, we would be getting up at like 6:30, 7, eating breakfast at like 7:30 and getting an Uber straight there for like opening at like 8:30.
Straight from the restaurant.
Yeah, so just go there as quick as we can. But if for the other parks, because they never tend to be as busy, we'd kind of try and get there for like 9:30.
Yeah. Still quite that time of day. What about fast passes? With you staying off site, you've got 30-day window to get your fast passes. Did you have any problems? Did you have a tactic?
Well, I had a tactic. I would be on the website at 12 o'clock midday every single day I knew that I was going. So I'd already pre-planned what day, where I was going on what day. So I knew which day to book for my fast passes. I would be on the website at 12 o'clock ready and waiting to get the rides that I wanted. And I'd already planned out the rides that I wanted as well, because the website gets so busy. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
Sometimes it crashes and you're like, I'm going to lose it all.
And of course, when you're staying off site and you book in 30 days in advance, you actually go on each day. You can't do it all in one go, can you?
You have to go on every day.
Because when you stay on site, when you've got that 60-day window, once 60 days out, you can book your entire fast passes for all week.
Oh, see, that sounds glorious.
Yeah.
Yeah, with if you're on your 30 day, you have to do it every day that you're going to go.
So you had to put that window in there, like lunch break. I'm on my lunch break at 12, past time.
Exactly. Plan it all out. And as well, like you have to book your restaurants as well on there early as well. I can't remember if it's off-site, you can book 90 days in advance for your restaurant.
I still think it's the same off-site, actually.
Oh, okay.
But obviously, if you are staying on-site, obviously the first day you can book your restaurants, you can book your entire trip, or at least 10 days out for your entire trip. So there is that benefit. You know, if you want to get the difficult ones like California Grill during the fireworks or Cinderella's Royal Table or something, you've got that slight advantage.
I would always try and book some restaurants in as well, like as early as possible, just to make sure that I could definitely get a booking, because they get very booked up really quickly.
They do. What other tips have you got for people who are going or booking?
I would say just make sure you do everything really, really, really early, like ahead of time. Just be prepared and planned, and just make sure you know everything that you want to do before you get that opportunity to book. Otherwise, you'll just feel a bit flustered when you're there, not knowing what to do.
Yeah, get ready to know what you want to book before you book it.
Yeah, exactly that. And do your research as well. Have a look on Google, Instagram and Pinterest, and just kind of search as much as you want to do, and like listen to like podcasts like this and talk to people who have gone and get all their recommendations, because I think that's really important, just to kind of find out people who have already gone before. They're going to know best, and they can give you all the sneaky little tips that you don't know. And like,
that's it. You get the tips, but then you find your own way.
Exactly. Like, you don't want to miss anything. Like, both times I've gone, I've missed that the photo opportunity when you're holding the lights from Tangled.
Yeah, that gets really busy.
I don't even know where it is. I've looked twice.
It is round the back where Peter Pan is.
Yeah.
By the Tangled toilets.
Yeah.
Great toilets, by the way. Great toilets, the Tangled toilets. So, yeah, around that. And it's only like later on at night. But you'll know when it's going to happen, because there's usually a queue starts building. But, yeah, it's a good half an hour queue for that photograph with the lantern.
It's such a nice photo, and I can't believe I've missed it so many times.
Next time you go.
Next time, that'll be the first
Put it on your list. Put it on your list. Now, staying on International Drive, what else did you do in Orlando? Anything else that you would recommend?
So if you're a brave person, I would recommend the Universal Horror Nights. They are really good. Probably the best thing I've been to in that kind of category in a really long time, so that was really great. There's a big wheel, which is kind of like the London Eye, but it's like, I guess, the Florida Eye.
I think it's bigger than... Is it bigger than the London Eye?
Yeah, it's huge.
Maybe it's not. It's massive.
It is massive. And they've now got next door to it, they've now got a really tall, it's like a chair swing that you just go up, like, it must be a good 100 feet or so in the air. And you just...
No, I'm out.
Yeah.
No, not for me.
No, we didn't do that. But you just like swing and just go really fast. So there's loads of stuff to do. And there's like mini golf down on like International Drive. And there's actually, for anyone who's over the age of 21, there's a bar called Howl at the Moon, which it's like a karaoke bar, but not. So you just take your request to the front. You give them like a little, like $1 tip or something, and there's like a whole band who will like just play your request of song.
Oh, right. Is it like a Jelly Rolls type, the dueling pianos thing?
Yeah, it is. It's so,
right.
It's so good. And if you kind of keep an eye on their Instagram and stuff, if you do tend to go, they always offer like people the opportunity to win parties. So both times I've been to Orlando, I've won parties both times. So you just get like things like free drinks and free entry and just things like that. And it's just a really nice little evening activity to do on like a Friday or a Saturday night.
Yeah, good fun night out.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. There's a question I always hate asking, but is there anything you don't like about Walt Disney World?
Oh, how much your feet hurt.
Take your Compeed.
Oh, yeah, you need it. Like, you really do. Like, when we went recently, I don't know why I had it in my mind, but I was determined to do every single ride in a day. And I regretted that for the rest of our trip because my feet hurt so much. But it was a good challenge. We did fail miserably because the park is so big and there's just so much to do. But that's really great. And Space Mountain as well. I'm not a fan of Space Mountain. It gives me like Final Destination fear when you're in the dark and you're like, what's going on?
Something might happen. It's a bit of a rickety rackety ride, that, isn't it? Space Mountain.
It is. Yeah. Well, it spooks me out a little bit, but it's great.
Would you have a dream trip if you had all the money in the world? Where would you go? Where would you stay? What would you do? So
I would go between Halloween and Christmas, because obviously you get all the holidays, and they're my two favourite things ever.
The sweet spot.
Yeah. I would stay in Animal Kingdom just because I'm obsessed with animals, and the thought of a giraffe in my back garden would just be the best. I'd love that so much. And things I would make sure I got all the fancy packages for the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, because that's one of my favourite things ever.
There's so much to eat at the Food and Wine Festival.
So much to eat. Just eat your way around the world.
Eat your way around the world. Yeah, that is a really good thing to do. So you still don't know when your next trip's going to be, though? You're just keeping an eye on stuff at Epcot?
Yeah, just going to keep an eye. So maybe another 2 years, give me a chance to save up again.
Yeah.
Hopefully go soon.
Dole Whip is waiting for you.
It is. It's calling my name.
Meanwhile, you can get it at Chester Zoo, apparently.
Can you?
Apparently so. So there you go.
Well,
Summer trip at Chester Zoo.
I know what I'm
just for
doing
Dole
this
Whip.
weekend.
Lovely chatting to you, Jasmine.
You too.
And have a magical day.
Thanks. Bye.
If you fancy being a podcast guest and you wonder how you can get on, just send me a message. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pod Magical is where we are. If you listen every week and you disagree with everything that everybody says, going, that's not the best attraction, that's not the best restaurant, you shouldn't be staying here, come on the podcast. Love to have a chat. We've got a new guest every Friday. Make sure you subscribed as well. If you are heading over to Orlando very, very soon, the weather's actually quite nice. We're looking at the mid-20s and pretty much dry. You will also, around the parks and resorts, notice a lot more hand sanitizers that have been placed out. In fact, an official statement of People magazine, Disney spokesman, addressed coronavirus concerns. As we know, there has been some issues in Florida. We have a stringent sanitation procedure here at Walt Disney World. We're in close contact with health agencies for information and guidance at this time. We are continuing to communicate to our cast the importance of preventative measures such as frequent hand washing and rigorous cleaning processes. For guest convenience, we have placed additional hand sanitizers throughout the parks and resorts and will adjust our protocols as the situation warrants. So they're obviously keeping an eye on that. If you have any concerns, if you're going to be going over to Walt Disney World soon. Also, as well, the clocks go forward in America this weekend. March the 8th, daylight savings time begins. We don't go forward until another 3 weeks. So that's worth noting. If you're going to be over there, your clocks are going to go forward. And if you're booking things like fast passes or dining reservations or anything like that over the next 3 weeks, the time difference between the UK and America is only going to be 4 hours rather than the usual 5 until our clocks go forward. Obviously, if you're going into the parks, there's a lot going on, a lot of new things. Obviously, Hollywood Studios, the brand new Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train. I know, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse finally, after 90 odd years, have got their own attraction. Hollywood Studios is where you can find it. It looks like it's a really good family attraction. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, but a lot of fun and a lot of technological advancements being put into that ride. Also, you got Mickey Shorts as well. You can watch some Mickey Mouse films. That new cinema's just opened also at Hollywood Studios. Over at Epcot, the Flower and Garden Festival has started. And along with the Flower and Garden Festival comes the Garden Rocks concert series at the American Adventure Pavilion, featuring Yellow 6th till the 9th of March. They're on this weekend, followed by a couple of bands that I've never heard of, including The Guess Who and Simple Plan. And then the 17th, 18th and 19th of March, Starship are going to be on. There's also live music over at Universal as well. Don't forget, these are free. These are all included in your regular admission if you're going to Epcot. Over at Universal, they've got their Mardi Gras series. Saturday the 7th of March, REO Speedwagon. Dustin Lynch, who I think is an American country singer, on the 8th of March. Following weekend, Friday the 13th is Louis Fonsi, then the All-American Rejects. And Sunday the 15th of March, the legend that is Diana Ross will be performing at Universal Resort. Don't forget, if you go into any of those, tag us in your pictures. Pod Magical is where we are. Crowds should be getting quite busy as well. We're getting into that spring break season now that a lot of people forget about. It's worth checking. Maybe if you're planning a holiday for next year, just have a look when the schools are off for spring break. It varies from state to state, but it's usually in the run-up to Easter. It can get really, really busy. Andy's top tip of the week this week can save you time at check-in, particularly if you've been to Walt Disney World before and you're staying in a Walt Disney World hotel and you've still got your Magic Band. That Magic Band is still active. You go into your My Disney experience, just check that your Magic Band is still active, do your check-in online, and then you're ready to go. You don't even need to go to your hotel room when you check in to the hotel because you've already checked in online. Your Magic Band is up and running. That's your door key. That's your park admission. That's got your fast passes on there. So literally, you get off the Magic Express, you dump your bags in the hotel, and then you're straight into the parks. You don't even need to speak to anybody on reception. That's my top tip of the week this week. If you've been before, online check-in, check your Magic Band still active. And away you go. If you've got any top tips, let me know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we are at Pod Magical. As I mentioned, we've got a brand new podcast coming every Friday. Don't go looking for us. If you go keep looking for the most magical podcast on earth, right now, go into our page, hit that subscribe button on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify, wherever you're listening to your podcast from. Hit that subscribe button, and then your podcast will be arriving as by Mickey Magic Mail every Friday morning. And until next time, please stand clear of the doors.